It's a new year. It's 2025 now. Hello. I'm planning with this new year making videos like this, uh, spontaneous, without a script, maybe a seed of thought, building upon that thought a few ideas and make myself comfortable. I make in front of the camera. It's really awkward talking to a camera like this, something like this. But the other day I imagined, because it looks like that, the Osmo Pocket 3, I imagined it like talking to ET and explaining earthly things to ET. So I'll try that. It's really a weird feeling, but I need to get used to this in order to make my future tutorials and my documentation of my other stuff, for example photography, the places I go, etc., etc. So happy new year. I hope it brings us all the joy, happiness, what a cliche, and peace. It's cliche, but it's much needed in our world right now. Maybe needed more in the future, we don't know. But hopefully we need more peace, more tolerance, more. We need to learn to tolerate each other, empathy, be empathetic to each other, to understand each other, and knowing that we are all the same species, sharing the same planet. We are actually one and all the same. Well, there is a concept called less is more in photography, actually in many art forms, which means that if you put less things in a frame or in a picture or in maybe music, a composition of music, it's actually more. So maybe we can make this year to get rid of our greed and wanting more things, more, and we hopefully we find joy and contentness in less things, in having less things, because maybe it's a good idea for our world and for ourselves as well. Because if we think about it in that perspective, in the art's perspective, for example, in art, in photography specifically, what I do, we find a subject, and we frame it in a context, in its environment. But we if we or as we keep it as simple as possible, the more powerful the expression, because you see the subject, there are no other noise. However, if you put a lot of things in the frame and you make it like a soup, like a salad, the power of expression is less. It's contrary to the thing. How can we say it? I couldn't remember the term right now. It's okay. This is a practice video. Forgive me. Okay. Yes, just like that. If we try to put a lot of things in our lives, maybe we are drowning ourselves. We are making our self-expression, self-realization less and less. However, if we try to pack less in our lives, Maybe it may be more, just like the arts. And just like that, in society, where there are people who try to put everything in their lives. Let me give an example. Imagine a house. It's full of materials, tables, sofas, lots of souvenirs, gold plates, etc. Gold plated materials uh, like everything. Very fancy looking things. We can safely say that in that place or in that culture, in that country, people are not respected well. People are not valued well enough. On the other hand, because why is that? Why is that? Because just like in art, uh, you put in a frame to put the subject under the spotlights. Think of it like a theater. And in theater or a concert, the main subject, is under the main spotlight, and everything else supports that. So if in a house, in a culture, in a palace, or something like that, if there are a lot of riches, the vase, the golden thing, gold, diamond, that, etc., if they are clouding or making the main subject, the person, the people, the human, less visible, it means that it's less important in that place. On the contrary, if in a house, in a place, in a street, in a culture, there are less goods seen there. There are less fancy stuff to block the human. It's better in that place. Humans are valued. People, person, are valued. Generally, it's a generalization, but it gives a pretty good idea, in my opinion. So, in that regard, I hope we have a nice 2025 and the years ahead, having valued as human beings, and we value ourselves, we value our being, we value our humanity, other humans, our kind, and we approach each other with more empathy. Thank you. I didn't expect to be this long, but not bad for a first video, I think. If I have made any mistakes, sorry for that from now, and see you next time. Bye bye.